Hi everyone, good day to you. This is Tanya giving you your Mayan Astrology Weekly Weather Report. And this week we are on the third day of a 13-day cycle based on the Worldbridger. In the Mayan tradition, the Worldbridger is actually the symbol for death. It's amazing because I personally love that the word for death, which is technically Cimi in Mayan, is Worldbridger. In our society, we think a lot of death in terms of one ending and nothing coming after. Here, it's quite obvious with the term Worldbridger that there's something more to be found once you let go and surrender. So this 13 days, what are you letting go of? What are you surrendering? This started 3 days ago, so again, it was Tuesday the 15th was the first day of that. Yesterday, we were in our challenge day, which is our mission being letting go and surrendering, and our challenge being to heal, or the hand. In Mayan wisdom, the hand represents healing, everything that comes from the heart and gets expressed in the world. Reiki, massage, writing, dancing, realizing, journaling, all this stuff. Today we're on our third day, which is about service. The third day is about how can I activate my service to the world? How can I contribute? And today is a star day, so it's about doing it through art, beauty, and elegance. Tomorrow will bring us our fourth day, which is about how you give form to what you do. And don't worry if you don't get all this at first. I mean, it's taken me years to develop my understanding of the Mayan calendar, and I will be teaching some upcoming introductory workshops and classes through the web. So, tomorrow is self-existing moon, so it's about how do you give form to what you do, and how you're going to do that is by purifying your emotions. It's really coming from the feminine place of the moon, and the waters and flowing, going with the flow and checking yourself and seeing what parts are in the way, what's in the way of letting you flow. So the next day we have, Saturday, we're going to have an overtone dog day, which is about commanding your power, your energy, through the energy of the heart. The dog represents loyalty, faithfulness, and all that good stuff. And then we have, on Sunday, we have a rhythmic monkey, which brings some play into it, some lightness. How do we balance this whole thing of, death, letting go, and seeing what opportunity comes up after we've let go and surrendered, is the dog, which is it's a monkey on Sunday, about playfulness, the magic child, like the Fool card in the Tarot. It's just letting go, playing, being light, spontaneous, playing even with the roles that you play, whatnot. On Monday, tough day to have meetings and get together because it's a human day and it's a channeling the human energy. And human energy is basically everybody wants to do what they want to do. It's the free will. Used wisely, we use the wisdom traditions to guide our actions and be a positive influence in this world, right? So there's some dogs playing outside. I think that dog energy, the heart, the loyalty, the faithfulness, and the playfulness are waiting for me this weekend. I'm excited. Then on Tuesday we have Galactic Skywalker, which is about harmonizing through the energy of exploration and facing our fears and going beyond our comfort zone. And Wednesday is Solar Wizard, so it's about really doing the shamanic thing, like transmuting, the alchemist, raising those vibrations, really bringing those high visions into manifestation. And if you're a little bit confused by all of this, hey, imagine the first time you ever heard an astrology report. Just let it wash over you. Don't get too much in your head about it, and it'll slowly start to make sense, okay? And if you want a personal reading, of course, you can come to me or take any one of my classes, too. Solar Wizard was Wednesday. And then Thursday, We're almost getting there. It's the 10th day of the 13-day cycle. It's about the eagle. It's about flying so high that you remember the big picture. You remember the big perspective. You're letting go of stuff. Yes, it's about polishing and perfecting by really looking at the big picture and seeing, is this really necessary in my life? And letting go of what isn't. And the next day, Friday, the 25th, is when you're really going to be letting go. Now, here's something that I find really interesting. The Mayan calendar has 20 glyphs. Well, I'm talking about, there's over 20 Mayan calendars, but the one I'm reading you from, which is the Tzolk'in, has 20 glyphs. And those 10 and 10 makes it so that there's opposites. And here we have, in a 13-day cycle, we have the opposite. So what you need to do in order to surrender and let go, which is that death glyph that we were talking about, that archetype of just letting go, is actually be a warrior. And warrior energy is that Friday that I was saying, the 25th. It's about dissolving and letting go through the warrior, the opposite of the Worldbridger. And the warrior has really high values and high expectations. It strives, it questions. It's not just like surrendering, leaning back. I think of it leaning back. It's like the warrior's up here, whereas the Worldbridger is just allowing. And it's interesting because this questioning and this, like today I went running. I needed to go running. Sometimes we need to just detox stuff out and really, be active about it. And that's what brings the surrender and letting go. It's like, once you've worked yourself out till you can't anymore, then you can actually like sleep well and like just let go of all that stuff that you were worrying about in your head, right? So that's what this cycle is a lot about, learning how surrender. The interesting thing is that when we really want something, sometimes the only way, because it works conversely too, right? The only way to get it is to just let go. Here, we're seeing that in order to let go, sometimes we're going to have to work a little bit, like ask ourselves or like go running or take a risk and have a conversation we've been avoiding. So here we go on our last 2 days of this 13-day cycle. We're going to have the Saturday the 26th and Sunday the 27th. These are our Earth Day, Crystal Earth, which is that Saturday. Crystal Earth is about cooperating through the energy of the Earth. So make it an Earth Day, connect with the Earth, ground down. And then the next day is about the mirror, cosmic mirror. So this whole cycle finishes by transcending through the energy of the mirror, which is really just that ego task. Byron Katie talks about that. So many healers, I can't even name anymore. It's, talking about, the illusion of the other and how really we are all one. We're all connected. So what bothers you or you love about one is really what bothers you or you love about yourself, and how to really use that as a spiritual tool to transcend. And this is what this cycle is about and what it's going to be bringing. If there's any funny situations going on in these 13-day cycles, remember it's all about surrender. That's how I use these cycles, is really anything that's coming up for me in my life, instead of trying to try, am I controlling? I ask myself, am I controlling? Am I gripping? Am I, really trying to get in there and just let go? And if sometimes, like I said again, I might need to go running because all that energy wants to just dig at that one issue. And I need to just turn around and meditate, dance. For me, it's a lot about physical. We each have our way. And I can tell you a lot more about that in your personal reading. But for me, it's, going running, purifying myself, eating really right, and being careful of what I bring into my sphere. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'd be happy to reply to them on the blog. I hope you have a great day.